see what's going on in November for Capricorns. You have new beginnings coming to you, new experiences. It's saying that you're leaving old things behind. You're also leaving old situations with people who try to manipulate and use you or control or do anything disrespectful to you. Like I said, do anything that they would not want done to them if the shoe was on the other foot. It's saying that you're walking away from those situations. Some of you need to pay closer attention. It is saying don't be naive about situations. It's also saying when you receive new beginnings, they want you to walk into it. They want you to be like adventurous, creative. Then you receive the Queen of Swords upright. So it's saying follow how you feel. That's speaking on expression. You standing in your power, going after what you want. Activating like your creative powers. You receive the Six of Wands. This speaks on success and achievements. It's saying whatever you're currently working on and working in, if it's nurtured the right way, remain positive, have faith, and continue to put in this hard work. It's saying that you will receive your just rewards for doing this. Overall, November for Capricorns is saying it's going to be very positive. Very positive. It's saying you literally won't be disappointed. Capricorn, so far, I think you have the best pull. I think y'all have the best pull. And a lot of you Capricorn females, really will be tapping into like your entrepreneur side, really pursuing new businesses, going after something you've considered for quite some time, and it's saying that you will have success from that, achievements, notoriety for whatever that is. It's also saying they want you to put yourself out there. Don't neglect finding love or pursuing something with someone long term, because you are so focused on nurturing this financial thing or this financial choice or decision. It's saying the more you nurture this, the more you're going to receive an abundance from it. The hard work you put in is what will base like the rewards of what you receive from this. So if you're asking God to bless this situation or whatever you're walking in, it's saying you have to do your part as well. They'll take care of the rest, but it's saying you need to make sure you're doing your part as far as putting in the hard work, getting these things started. It's saying you haven't been as focused on your future as you usually are. You haven't been focused on love. You're very unmotivated at this time. So it's saying you have good things coming to you November-wise, but it's saying you're unmotivated. Like you want a lot of new beginnings for yourself. You want to create new beginnings, but it's saying you're realizing that you're holding yourself back. Yeah, there's something holding you back. Either you're fearful that it won't work out in your favor, you're fearful that these things won't go how you expect them to go, or you just, I don't know, it just could be the lack of motivation. Maybe you've done this before and it didn't pan out the way you thought it would, so now you're discouraged and you're not sure if you want to walk back into that situation, whether it be love or whether it be your future and your career. It's kind of showing that it's a little bit of all three. You don't want to be disappointed again, so it's like you're not even putting yourself out there to try. But it is saying if you manifest this time around as far as being positive and doing positive things, you're going to receive what you want. Like literally, it's showing almost everything right here being reversed, as in like you have no direction on this, like you're lacking direction. Then you receive the Magician and Six of Wands, both upright. So this is literally saying you'll manifest, starting with these endings, you'll manifest these new beginnings, and it'll lead you to the success you're looking for. So don't worry about all the in-between or the things that aren't perfect. Like don't worry about the details, more to say just focus on putting your practical plan into action and then following through. It's saying the more you nurture this, like I said, the more you're going to receive from it. Especially if this is a passion of yours. It's saying they want you to do as much as you can to learn. Always build your knowledge up about something that you're passionate about. Because it's saying it's going to come through in the quality of your work. And it's also saying that will determine the rewards or the benefits you receive from it as well. It's also saying you can't do this by yourself and you don't have to. You need to accept help, whether that's from your angels or from people that your angels are sending to assist or help you. So in November, a lot of you are going to come across people who can either put you on to more people, more clientele or things like that, or they can put you in a position to do something you want to do. It's saying allow those people to help you because it is going to be genuine. It's saying this person is trying to literally help you grow this dream or grow whatever it is that you're working toward. It's saying you have to let your guard down sometimes. Even though you're independent, it's saying you'll literally get further. You'll get further in this if you allow others to help you with whatever it is you're pursuing. It's saying you don't have to feel like you have to make all these decisions to put in all this work by yourself. It's saying the help is there, but it's going to be up to you to accept it. It's saying speak your mind, but make sure you're doing it in a way where everyone's happy and content. It's also saying that you need to focus on your happiness at this time. I feel like something is draining you. Maybe it's the back and forth conflict you're having with these individuals, friends or family. That could be draining your happiness. And that could be also draining what's, your drive. That's probably why you haven't been motivated, the conflict. I feel like you're trying to do this for them, but at the same, it's like being your biggest friend, but at the same time being your, being your biggest support, and at the same time being your biggest distraction as well. It's like, I feel like you're trying to get them to see this or get them to see something. But it's saying continue to have a positive mindset, keep positive thoughts, because that's going to help manifest the desired outcome. That's going to manifest what you want. If you worry about the stress, if you worry about what y'all going through, the conflict, you're going to manifest that as well. It's saying let your guard down, don't be so defensive. So that could be part of the reason why y'all do have conflict. It's saying you have to be willing to listen. It's saying if you don't know it, it's okay. You're not expected to know everything, but at the same time, it's like they don't want you to not appreciate the help they are sending to you, I guess, through these other individuals who know what you're going through and know what the situation is. Like it's saying, be open to listening. This is not saying you don't know what you're doing. It's not saying you're dumb or you're incapable of handling the situation on your own. It's just saying you're wise enough to realize maybe this person has better advice than what I could give myself in this situation. I'm going to consider listening to what they have to say because maybe this can help me fix it. It's also saying listening to them, going to people for that support when you need it will also uplift you. Not only uplift them, but uplift you in a good way as well. Because you're opening up. You're realizing you don't have to do that alone. You did receive the Page and the Queen of Wands. You received these things reversed. So it's saying you're not focused on, like I said before, you're not focused on relationships. And if you don't want one right now, it's not saying you have to. It's just saying if you do want one right now, you have to put yourself out there. It's not just going to knock on your door. Like it's not going to fall in your lap. It's saying you have to put yourself out there to meet these individuals. As far as your future is concerned, they do want you to find your motivation again. Don't allow that conflict with those family members or with those friends to deter you from what you're trying to do. It's saying you're in a very powerful place right now to receive the Magician card. It's saying you're manifesting things all the way around the board. It's saying you work very hard, so eventually this thing will manifest for you because you're putting in so much work, because you're doing so much behind the scenes, basically. It's going to pay off for you in a big way in the future. So they want you to continue that. Make sure you're just being practical and dividing your time amongst everything. Be open to these new beginnings. Be open to these new ways of thinking as well. Like I said, don't be so defensive. They're trying to help. It may not come off for some. Okay, now some of them is saying they just want you to listen to what they're saying. But on the other hand, it's saying some of them are genuine. They're genuinely trying to help when they give you advice. So don't feel like they're not listening to you. Like their opinions are being heard, but they're not listening to yours. And if you do feel like that, it's saying don't be defensive about it, but speak up. Like in a respectful way, speak to these individuals and let them know how you feel about that situation, about what y'all were going through. It's saying you really do need to focus on your emotions and your future at this time. Whatever you're pouring your attention, time, and efforts into now, in the future, that's just going to manifest. So if you're not pouring it into anything productive, it's not going to come to you. In the future, you're not going to receive anything that showed this hard work that you're supposed to be putting in now. Everything's up to you. It's literally saying everything is in your hands. You have new beginnings available. A whole fresh start is what it's saying. A lot of you could be going through like spiritual awakening and enlightenment. So that's why all these new things are being presented to you at this time.